It's an ordinary day, another day in the hood. I ain't gonna do like I do the rest of these people. The rest of these people, I be talking. They be like, we really recording? I be like,
we been recording.
What you talking about?
We been fucking recording.
My nigga, Junie, mother loving, bravo.
What's good?
What it is, where it is. We in the middle of nowhere.
Hey man, we in the 7-5, man.
This is my
we in the 7-5 with it.
But it's, you know what I'm saying, it's the best one because he's my man. The rest of them people, I just know them a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, for a fact.
So, got a lot of love, but I ain't got a lot of time with my man, Junie B, Junie Bravo. Tell the world a little bit about you, where you from, what you do, how old you are, where the hell we at. We in the country is what I know. I don't
Man,
know
we in motherfucking 7-5. I'm Junie B. From the 804, Richmond, VA. This is the 757 area. This base is still nowhere because there's a lot of woods. You got the inner cities, but other than that, it's just highway for real.
That's a fact.
Was in the military. Joined when I was in high school. What else about me, man? I've been in law enforcement now for what, going on 6 years. I just left one department, transferred to another department, so it's a little bit of, you know, a little bit of differences, you know, getting out the correction side of it and getting to the other side. So there's more training involved with it. And that's pretty much about it.
Shout out to the good cops out there, man. It's a bunch of clowns. Y'all know who y'all is. I ain't gonna play all out. I ain't gonna hold you though. When I told a few people that I was coming to VA, they was like, man, you gotta do my boy Junie. Well, they was like, your boy Junie B, because they know I be talking about my man. If y'all don't know, bro, me and Junie cuts up. We gonna try to be as PG as possible.
Hey, I'm gonna try, man. Hey, I'm gonna try, boy. Hey, when the last time I seen you? Hold on. Last time you came via a couple bucks or something like that.
No, I was the National Harbor.
Oh yeah. Hey, pulled up. I came up to the MD.
To the DMV one time for the one time. We went up to the National Harbor, had a little, you know, I popped up for a quick second.
That boy came up with the Ben and Jerry's on, man. I ain't seen them James in a minute.
Somebody gotta do it, man.
But yeah, we just hit the little casino up. Other than that, man, I was just up there having a good time, man.
Yeah, just, man. Yeah. I fucks with the goal is not to cuss. I like the Lower Virginia area. I don't even know what you actually call this, because I don't want to say. I always say when I come down here, I'm in the Virginia Beach area, but it's Norfolk, Suffolk, Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Hampton, right?
Yep, Hampton, and Newport News.
Like, for y'all, for those of you who don't know, in my personal opinion, this is like the DMV for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got everything that's touching, like
yeah.
You got the bridge that's going to take you, Virginia Memorial Bridge, that's going to take you back towards.
You got a Monitor Merrimack's going to take you towards the peninsula. That's Newport News, Hampton, all the way up to Williamsburg. Then you got, depends on which way you're going. Like you got the HRBT that's coming off the peninsula back this way.
Where's the one that's going to run you towards like Pocomoke, Maryland? Ocean City. It's the long, low one.
Oh, you talking about Chesapeake Bay Bridge? Chesapeake Bay Bridge, yeah, that's.
R.I.P. to the man that drove over that.
Oh man, yeah, man.
He had some babies. I hope God bless y'all, your family, y'all. That's crazy. Back on a positive note, my man Junie B, man. Hey. We go back. Me and Junie met, bro, years. That's been
like 2016. Yeah.
We was in MP school together, acting like
Aberdeen Proving Grounds, boy. Hey man, that was an experience right there, boy.
How did you even get in that though?
I think when I got out of the Guard, I went over to the Army Reserves, and then that's what it was like.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to go AGR. I did it for a month, and it was like, nah, we don't got basically no more money.
But they didn't have no. What was your first name?
19 Delta.
19 Delta.
Yeah, I was 19 Delta Cav Scout. Yep.
Cav Scouts. They ain't had no more of them Cav Scout boys. So
so they made us. Well, I got out, so they made me because I couldn't go active. They made me go to the reserve. So I just want to finish up my time. Went to the reserves. They said, nope, we ain't got no reserve 19 Delta spots, so you got to reclass to something else totally different.
So you had the opportunity though to pick military police.
Yeah.
Or any other job.
Yeah, that go with my my score, my ASVAB score.
However, the military police, I don't want to say paved the way, but assisted your transition in.
Yeah, to my law enforcement now. So I wanted to do that at first, but when I went through the military, they didn't have military police, so I picked 19 Delta.
So you went Guard first, or you went active first?
I went Guard first.
Okay.
So then I tried to go AGR, basically tried to go active. I got out. I took the At that time, they weren't gonna disarm or discharge me, but since I was getting out of my contract with the guard, I had to take a general discharge under honorable conditions, which helped me go active duty, but then they won't take in no prior service with my MOS, so then I had to go reserve.
But that's a good transition though, because I don't think people utilize the military for what the military utilized for. And if y'all actually go to the second Purposeful Conversations podcast, me and my man Ryan Jenkins was actually hitting on that about how you use the military for what the military is going to use the military before the military uses you. Right? Use them before they abuse you. And that's kind of what Junie did. Junie got in and realized, okay, 19 Delta's cool, Cav Scouts, but it's not really, making me or assisting my career growth. Yeah. So when he transitioned from that, he got in the reserves. We used the military police to go, and that's where I met him at. We was in military police school, so reclass. So put us in reclass, but we utilized that training, that experience, that growth, and most importantly, that resume back.
Oh, that's for a fact.
To get you into the sheriff's department, right?
Yep, sheriff.
So you left there, you got into the sheriff's department. So what happened after that? Yeah, so
when I got out of there, I worked at a local jail though. So I started working at a local jail, just get my foot in the door. So it's still in the law enforcement field. I was like, all right, bet. I needed a job when I got back. Hey, I knew some people, they said they was hiring. They got me the job in there, and I was there for 3 years before I left and moved to a different department. So then I started working with workforce and stuff like that, being outside with inmates and stuff like that, cutting grass, moving different stuff. So I was able to see the inside. Then when I left there, every department has its problems, I'm the type that I can't sit still. Yeah. So for like the part when I'm not sitting still, I got that background in the military. I applied for so many different positions and stuff like that, and that's why I can say with whoever you at a department, don't be afraid to voice yourself and say, look, I bring this. Can I move this, and this?
Right.
So that way, if they not feeling how you, they not feeling you. Let me know right now, because if not, hey, I'm gonna still give my 100%. But just know for sure in the back of my mind, I'm looking for somewhere else to go.
That's being stagnant, bro. That's a bad place to be, man. It's a bad place to be. I'm gonna tell y'all a crazy statistic. As of 2022, millennials compared to our parents and grandparents. So our grandparents would stay at a job. This is the quote. The statistic. Our grandparents would stay at a job for 22 to 39 years.
Yep.
Our parents would stay at a job from 16 to 27 years. Millennials, meaning anybody from, I want to say 90 until like 2002 or something like that.
Yeah.
Gen X, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But most of the story, they will only stay in the job, and this is Fortune 500 jobs, but they will only stay in a Fortune 500 job or a blue collar job for a maximum of 3 years on average.
Yep.
So that's actually
realistic. And that's realistic, because I can say in my last department I just left from the transition to this new department, it's literally just like that.
That's good. People, like, you gotta grow. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? You evolve. You can't
exactly. And that's why some companies now when they fork out money for you to go to that training, they be like, all right, you got to sign this 3-year contract, because they know within them 3 years you gonna have to give it to them. If not, you got to pay that money back.
I feel like it's the same with freaking military, the signing bonuses and all that stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna give the military might be a little bit different, because the bigger the bonus is, you gotta stay there longer. But like, so it's a 6 year, 20, 50, on the MOS.
I thought about going back to school for my homeland security shit, but fuck that. Job.
So because you was a cop, they already gonna give you what, the 52? They give you half of the credits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so utilize that, but then. That's just your basic classes.
Yeah, because when I looked at my training record right now between my other departments, I'm sitting there already like 40 something, 30 something.
Credits. Exactly. So they're gonna give you that as the cop. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I know for the Maryland State Police, they give you that associate's degree when you become a cop, which is half of the credits. It's 120 total. Because
that curriculum is a little bit more in depth.
But even if you did 40, that still can transition over. And then if you actually, went in the cyber route, go to an online military funded institution, college, which that's all easy, bro. I do it now. But then you also run that play because you can get tuition assistance, which pays for it.
Yeah.
And you also get a GI Bill because you was already in and you did 2 contracts.
Yeah.
So you get a GI Bill. The GI Bill gonna run you $563 a month for every class. So I do a class a month. That $563 pay for the Porsche. Well, now that ain't a Porsche, it's the Audi, right?
Yeah.
But the $563 pay for the Audi.
Yeah. Man, that's
and all you gotta do is do that one class. But in the cyber role, you're gonna be gone, and they gonna give you basically them certs. So you combine it, you might have to do a year, but now you got all these certs. You gonna get a TS. You already know.
Yeah, that for sure.
You gonna get a TS.
Sure.
So that's a 120K right there. Plus,
yo, I should have did that shit, man.
Plus, you get to run that bag up, and it's a 50K
you
bonus.
ain't paying for nothing, man. That's just money in your pocket.
Oh yeah. They gonna definitely rape you when it comes to taxes. But still.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's
still,
like
I mean,
9 different.
Who wouldn't take like 17?
Yeah. For sure, I take out that extra money. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna kill me at the end. But then again, God, dog.
So the moral to the story, good people, you gotta understand how to use the military before the military use you. Run that play up as you're supposed to run that play up. But most importantly, use the military for the benefits that's going to come along with it. Whether it's the home loan, whether it's the tuition assistance, or whether it's finding that career path within the military that you can use to transition it.
Yeah, for sure. Cause I mean, if I'd known what I know now, before I got out, oh man. It'd be different, especially when you get out. Don't wait for disability and all that. When you know that you about to go, you retire, whatever, go ahead and start that stuff right then and there. Because once you start, it's hard to get that paperwork flowing.
And nobody want to give you that paperwork.
Yes, for sure. You got to do it yourself. You got to go through a lawyer or something like that. They running you around. You got to get a representative for like your local DAV or something like that, so they can help you out. Man, it's crazy.
LODs, don't nobody want to give you LODs. It's crazy, bro. It's like you gotta fight just to get
the little money that you know what I'm saying. You don't either.
Did you get disability?
I got disability now.
100% or what?
Nope. What? I'm at 20, and I'm still fighting.
Yeah, bro.
I'm still at 20%, and I'm still fighting for that. I got a couple people looking into it now, so I'm waiting to hear back. But other than that, if I at least get at 60, you know what I'm saying, then I'll shoot higher than that. But if I at least get 60, that's extra 16, 17 with my son? Yeah. And that's that, you know.
For the rest of your life.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, man. That disability different too. And it's a lot of, it's just the sad part is, a lot of people you abuse the system when the people that could actually use it or needed it.
Yeah.
Because when we was at freaking military police school, your back was really messed up.
Hey,
when you told me that you got out and became a cop, I'm like, ain't no way. I know this was playing a game. I said, ain't no way this man in there throwing around inmates or throwing around.
Hey man, I tell you,
at the end of the day, boy.
Hey, let me tell you,
it's hurting.
Hey, but it just kept spazzing. But I didn't know if I had like some sciatic nerve problem or something like that. I mean, it still bothers me now, but I done went to a chiropractor here and there. They adjusted me and everything. But I guess it's just over the years of, especially like being law enforcement, you got so much weight around you got about almost like 25, 30 pounds on your waist just alone. And you got to walk around that all day long. And
concrete floor.
Exactly, standing up long periods of time. I used to work at warehouses and stuff like that.
That's what it's like.
Lifting up, working at warehouses where you lifting stuff constant. If you're not lifting the correct way, but after a while, it still takes a toll on your back or your arms, legs, And I guess then I found out, because like now when I run, I can really feel it. And it's to the point where, I can give you a good mile, but after that, it's starting to cut up. But hey, I'm at work. When I was at work, boy, I give it out. I'm not even finna hold you. And, I'm not that tight. Don't get me wrong.
In the prison cell, throwing around it.
Hey, I can articulate that. The process was I asked somebody to do something, they didn't do it, and I went along the lines of my policies and procedures, and I helped assist them to do what I asked them to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He did everything he was supposed to do. Shout out to the good guys.
Hey,
Nah, as long as you can articulate it, you can get away with anything at this point.
Alright, well, they got cameras everywhere, so they tell a different story sometimes.
So that's a great segue, right? So even on like the officer street, or like you worked in the courthouse too as a sheriff technically. Right?
Yeah.
So how does that? Do you feel as though, I guess since COVID, people being so camera friendly, I would say, like after like the Georgia Floyd thing, has that affected your job negatively? Because like now y'all got the body cams 24/7. You always worried about somebody pulling their phone out, recording you as a freaking officer.
For sure, man. I think it affected law enforcement worldwide, and now it's just everybody's so quick to pull out their phone. But at the same time, we look at it as like some of the good officers on the street. They do a traffic stop or something like that, and then the person gets out. They don't want to be stopped. They want to get to their destination. So you could be telling them their brake light is out or something like that, but then of course, they done had a bad day. They take it out on that cop, and the cop has to do his job. He most of the time, it's offered this discretion if he want to, fix it or whatever the infraction is, and he'll send you about your way. But if you want to give him mouth, most of the time, just like somebody would give you mouth, he'd be like, well, no, I wasn't gonna write you a ticket. I was gonna tell you get it fixed. Now you're gonna get all of it.
Yeah, cause I got time. I'm on the clock.
Exactly, and then. Instead of that, to say where that person want to hop out the car on that officer, and then they get to fight, and somebody want to be quick to pull the phone out instead of.
It's always, the cop just did something to this person. Bro,
exactly, but sometimes, but at the same time, you want to say that, hey, I'm pulling out my phone, but then that cop could be, in a lack of better words, might be getting whooped on, and you just sitting there recording. You just as guilty because you sitting there watching somebody get whooped, whether. You didn't know exactly what transpired through the whole situation. Help.
Yeah, just the situation.
Exactly. So when I was a bailiff in my courtroom and stuff like that, you got some people they used to respect officers. Now you got some people that don't even respect you at all. You could speak to them and they just walk right past you like you ain't say nothing to them. And it don't affect me, and I just I'd be like, damn, it's your motherfucking problem. All right, have a nice day.
Yeah,
and I keep on walking. Some people will come up to you like, can you help with this and all that? Like me, I'm not that guy. You know what you're supposed to be doing, stuff like that. I walk around, especially in the department. I walk around, and I was a sergeant before I left, so they call me Big Sarge. So I walk through. And I talk just like I'm talking right now. What's up? What's good with you? What's on your mind? And they'll take that, as long as you're not lying to them, stuff like that, they'll respect you. Most of the time I say, man, you ain't got to lie to me.
Yeah, cause I ain't the one that's trial.
Exactly.
That's somebody else.
So that in the whole world, those situations like that paint a bad picture for the people that are doing their job.
Oh, for sure.
So, it makes it kind of hard because you could be doing your job and then somebody be giving you mouth, and then you just be like, bro, I'm just trying to help you.
I feel like it's that transparency, and I done went through 2 police academies, military and the civilian world. Bet you ain't know that. But I feel like that is a failed training technique. Real world interactions, I would say, because I feel like. In neither one that I did, it was literally like, I don't want to say my way or the highway, but it was really like just whatever you say is what goes. When we all know, we see on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, whatever, all the time, that's the wrong answer. Yeah. Because half of y'all be wrong about the laws and stuff. Like, you got to know what it is, but most importantly, I don't want to say you can't treat everybody the right way, but as long as you treat these people like a little bit more respectful, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to go better, your conversations are better. But like you say, just be personable with them, or understand the job as a cop is technically to be a public servant, to keep the peace. It ain't to cause extra situation. It's to tell you, this is the law, you was wrong. That's it, that's all. Like, there's no in between, there's no gray areas. So I feel like the older I get, bro, I feel like I would be a good or a better cop. But when I was young, when we went to police, hell no. I ain't got the attitude for that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's that short fuse and all that. Like, I can say when I was younger, I could probably say the same thing. I ain't. You say something to me, I'm liable to grab you and put hands on you. But now, as a man, you get too old for that. You ain't got, like, one of our instructors, you know what I'm saying, was telling us through training the other day, and he was just like, you could be a determining factor if somebody was to cut up on you. You could just be pulling somebody over and let them know, like, just like I said about a traffic stop. You could be pulling over like, hey, you blew, kind of roll through that stop sign. Next thing you know, you ain't gonna hem them up, but then you find out they got a warrant somewhere.
And that just, the whole situation just escalated.
Exactly, and then, you know, he found out that he's in trouble, or say like a drunk in public or something like that. You don't want to take him to jail, but he's cutting up that bad, and you got like, nah, I can't keep you on the street. I tried to call you, tried to tell you, call your family. I wanted to take you somewhere, take you to your residence, and you still want to cut up. Now I gotta take you. But before you even put them handcuffs on him, he already know that he got a probation violation. He already know if he get put in handcuffs, then it's gonna get back to his probation officer, and he got maybe 10, 11 years on his head. Right. So then they gonna hit him with a probation violation, and just because that charge only normally requires you to just sober up 6 hours.
Right.
Now you gotta do 11 years for it.
Yeah.
So that right there, having that temperament, just because you don't know somebody who you pulling over, you don't know what's going on through their head when you pull 100%. Them over. So you can walk up to the car, they might be calm with you, you know, you can just be like, hey, whoever, you know, this officer so-and-so or so-and-so, and the reason why I pull you over is because of this. Give them the reason why, because you don't want to say, do you know why I pulled you up? Yeah. I'm like, no, because you pulled me over. I was just...
That's a great transition. I can definitely respect that you know, a lot of cops are actually good people. It's just about the way that you look at it and realize that they just trying to, like you said, get back to their freaking family.
For a fact, because everybody want to get back home to their family, you know.
No matter what the profession is.
Exactly. No matter, you could be clean the bathroom, you know. Hey, I ain't nothing against it. That's what you want to do. You good at it. Do it.
Nah, for sure. What hobbies do you do? I usually be saying, like, Lil Birdie told me some stuff, but I already know, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, little hobbies that I do, man, I don't be hitting on nothing for real, man. I just, you know, do a little, I'm dibbling and dabbling in photography. You know, I was not real big at my church, but, you know, we do a lot of digital stuff. So as far as, you know, sermons, putting sermons online, you know, YouTube, I started out YouTube, so cutting and pasting videos and doing all that. So, you know, I do a little video editing here and there. I'm not real big in it, but, you know, that's a little hobby stuff I do on the side. You know, I just watch little videos, and I'm basically teaching myself, really.
So this video about to be fire, that's why.
Hey, send it to, whatever you need, bro. Hey, do a little mechanic stuff, you know. I don't do nothing too major, you know. I might change some brakes or something like that, you know, do a little tune up.
Mopar guy, right?
Hey, oh God, Mopar, yes Lord. A nice quiet 300 sitting out there. Dodge 2 sitting right next to it. Mopar. But that's really it, man. I don't really be doing nothing for real. And I do a little music production as well. So, you know, making little beats in here and there.
Throw that out there. Junie trying, you know.
Boy, I don't do nothing to sell it or nothing like that. So say, like, you know, my church, you know, that's the reason why I got into it at first, you know, but I just always liked beats when I was young. So I play drums too. I do that as a little hobby. So even with anything with beats, I just download the software and I taught myself how to use FL Studio. You know, there's some, you know, and there's, you know, 1,000,001 videos out there, but I can't just sit there and watch a video from start to finish like that. And I just got to dibble dab in it first and be like, all right, okay, I'll figure this out, all right. And then I go back to the video, be like, all right, maybe I can expound on what I already know. And be like, man, I already know how to do that. All right, he did that. All right, bet, let me throw that in there. And then it just takes off from there. So, you know, I just do that little stuff here and there. That's about it.
We real similar. I'm the same way. Even with this, bro, like, iMovie, freaking CapCut, all that. Man, I done tried it, but I couldn't sit there and wait in a 30-minute video. Even the freaking 360. Setting this up, Joe. I tried, bro. I'm like, bro.
Yo, when you told me, you said, man, you about to do a podcast, I was like, okay, all right. Nigga about to take off. Cause podcast is taking off right now. You know, cause I can't sit there and watch TV no more like that. So I sit at work, or either I be driving work. Like my other homeboy, he got a podcast, and they just be talking about off the wall stuff. I mean, like, it's just random stuff.
Right.
And I just sit there and I listen to it on the way to work.
Right.
Or be working out and just sitting there just listening to the podcast. And that's really it.
Bro, same thing. I can't just focus on, like, I don't know, man. I turn a movie on, I'm going to sleep. I ain't going to hold you.
Yeah.
It got to be like.
It got to be interesting. I don't know. It's something that I really want to watch.
Yeah,
but other than that, I might got my shows here and there. But I'm nothing besides we playing a game. That's really all I do.
Nah, I feel you 100%. For those of you who don't know, man, me and Junie, we met at the military police school, and then we started playing Call of Duty. Junie was like, so everybody there was like, add me. I'm like, was that Ghost Recon or was that Call of Duty? It was Ghost Recon, I thought. No, because I think I might have told y'all I don't play Call of Duty. I was like, I think I told y'all I play 2K or something. But then I download Call of Duty one time.
Yeah, I forgot which one it was though.
I don't know Call of Duty. But then COVID happened and then Warzone came out. Yeah, you was on. It was definitely 2K first.
Yeah, it sure was because y'all made me.
First, I'm like, man, I don't be playing.
Man, y'all made. Hey, check this out. They made me buy a whole new system and everything to play 2K. And I don't even, that system and I bought the digital version and it's sitting right next to my other console because I do not play it. And 2K is sitting right on it.
Bro, we was playing, shout out to my man Jay, man. We was playing 2K every single day. But then that joint transitioned and that Warzone came out. And then that was when I started playing with you and Chris and the rest of them, Twin, all them boys. And I was like, oh, 2K like that, and you already know nigga, I get that boot. You know what I'm saying? The party is only big enough for a few people.
Exactly.
My man Jay coming with me.
Exactly. Lace them Timbs up.
That's 3. Somebody got to go. I don't know who. But somebody got to go. Knock sheriff's office.
Oh, God.
Kicking the doors. And you got to go.
Fact.
Nah, that's
For
crazy.
fact. Somebody got to go.
But that's love, man. Yeah, shout out if y'all need some beats, man. Shout out to my man Junie. I'm gonna put his thing in there. He might not be selling it, but I'm gonna just do that. Everybody that I have on the podcast, man, my goal is to let your story shine, no matter what it is. So even if you're not selling something, don't worry, I'm gonna sell it for you because I feel like whatever your passions is what you're great at, is what you actually are, believing and loving to do. So I'm not saying that you need to get paid for it, but if you can, there's a fan base for everybody, and I'll just leave it like that. Also, man, I respect my man Junie B. We've been around forever, right? But my man Junie was one of the first people to cop the book, man, and I was like, yo, it's not even ready yet, blah, blah, blah. My man Junie
say
like,
less.
I don't care, nigga. Send me
Say
the link.
less.
No matter what, man. My man, when we was playing the game, I'd be like, nah, I ain't buying that game. That game trash. Junie be like, yo, I want you to play the game. And the nigga, I was like,
hey, play
I'm
that
not
shit.
buying the game.
Hey, yeah.
The nigga said, check your cash.
Hey, download that motherfucker right now.
Download it right now.
Hey, you talking about?
One
We in
thing
there.
for sure, 2 things for certain, man. Junie B is definitely good man, bro. He'll definitely look out for you. But those are the type of friends that y'all need, man. You need people that's going to support you regardless. Like he said, when I told him I was doing the pod, first of all, Junie already know whatever I say, I'm doing. Like I'm not the person to be playing around, none of that stuff. If I'm telling you I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it. I told Junie I'm starting a pod. My man was on it. I told Junie I'm gonna write a book called Purpose, and it's gonna be about helping out men with mental health and all that goodness. But it's not even about only success, but this is the keys that I'll be using to get to where I'm going.
Yeah.
And like I told him, I shouted him out in February, man, for men's history.
Oh yeah.
I like to give the gratification, the flowers to the people that are important in my life before they die. I don't believe in giving the flowers when they did, because the flowers gonna die with them. You know what I'm saying? They already gone. So y'all need to make sure that y'all are giving the flowers and showing the gratitude to the people that are around and assisting you and making you into the better version that you can actually be. My man Junie B is definitely one of them. My man Junie B I've been riding with Junie for a minute, man. No matter what. I live in Maryland, he live in freaking
VA. But yeah, 7-5. We in the 7-5. 7-5.
But at the end of the day, man, I call Junie B like, yo, what it is. It's like back like cook crack, man. Like clockwork. It don't matter. It's a bond that's unbreakable, and that's the type of people that y'all need in y'all life, man. Those supportive people will always make you a better person. I do got a few more questions for you. I mean, we can go as long as you want. I'm on your time, nigga. I can't talk to you. But I like to ask a few questions. So the first question is, if you could change anything, well, let's skip that. Do you think that, I guess the police field of work is assisting your purpose or helping you walk into your purpose, or that is your purpose in helping people?
Oh man, I think it is. That's something I always been doing. Even like I said, I'm involved in my church and all that good stuff. That's helping people. We big on, food ministry, giving out food to people that can't afford it, can't get to the food banks and stuff like that when they open. So we local right down in downtown and used to go there almost every day. And I used to work in my church every day and I would slide over there to help out. So, bags be heavy with the people, you know what I'm saying? So when I got in law enforcement, it seemed like nothing changed because I'm not going to change the person who I am. Some people, now I'm certified, so now I get to change up who. Nah, I ain't never changed. I'm the same exact way. So I think that in a nutshell, I do the same thing, like helping people at work. And that goes a long way. Like, now the supervisor, I like to, say like you can't reach out to your family or something like that. And, I got the means I can help you with that. I call them up like, look, I got so-and-so right here in front of me. I'm going to give them a quick phone call. They ain't got no money to put on their books, you know what I'm saying? So that I'm going to give them a phone call real quick. Boom. Knock that out. 2 minutes or less or something like that. They just want to call and tell you that they love you. And, especially around the holiday time, they separated from their family. They got younger kids, that go a long way. I got a couple phone calls, couple Facebook messages. They found me. They ain't know my first name. They just basically just found me. And it was like, I just want to really appreciate you. They'll see me out, and just because, that's why I say don't change. Because those same people that you change up on, they might catch you lacking out there in the streets and you might be with your family. Someone might not do nothing because you're with your family. Some depends on how you acted when they first, they won't remember what you said to them, but they'll just remember how you made them feel. So, you know what I'm saying? Then they'll just, they'll go off on left and you be like, why they do that? And you got to think back and remember, oh, when I came in my first encounter with that person, you did this to them. They don't remember exactly what happened, but they remember how you made them feel. And they felt disrespected. Oh, that goes a long way. So I think law enforcement, when I first got into it working in the jail, I would see people I went to high school with. I'm not gonna treat you no different because
you made a mistake.
Exactly. I got a job to do, just like you got a job to do. We found some common middle ground. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy to you. You don't say nothing crazy to me. I'm gonna get you what you need, whatever that. But at the same time, if I ask you to do something, I expect you to do it.
Yeah. Don't play with me, man. Play with somebody you know.
Don't play with people's kids.
Not going on security with a tear, man. But respectfully, I can respect that though, but that also shows growth, maturity, and you as a freaking man though too, because at the end of the day, you were doing a job that's physically and technically dangerous.
Facts. But
in the circle, you just came right back and saying that your goal is to help people. So whether it's to help people and it could be harmful to you, it's still. I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, for a fact, man. You just could be trying to help, and then, hey.
But that goes to show how the fucking growth, though, because it's still like you're trying to do the right thing, even though it could be, a negative effect to it.
True.
Positive.
True.
On your behalf.
True.
So the next question is, let's just say you go back in time, or a younger Junie B, let's just say 17, 18, what would do you think that you would change anything? If you could look back over your years right now and be like, oh man, I would change something to make my life different and blah, 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 would you change anything? Or would
about
you
17 years, 18 years
Let's just say go back as long as you want.
Yeah. Nah, in certain situations, I just would apply more pressure. I wouldn't have dropped the ball on some of the stuff back then, that'll set me up. Because I am who I am because of it, but those situations back then, I just would apply more pressure on, and you know what I'm saying, it probably would have set me up. I'm good where I'm at, you know, I'm doing something that I like to do, so I think I just would have just applied pressure. More pressure.
More pressure. Free bars, free game, man. Applied pressure. I'm posting that today, don't worry about it. That's gonna be the title.
Applied pressure. Hey man, I'm about to start cutting up.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you right now, we've been doing great. We've been doing good.
It's hard not to cut up, man. Hey,
we ain't acting like a fool. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, you know.
Exactly. We serious people, but at the end of the day, hey, we gonna cut up. Hey,
we gonna act a fool. 24/7, but we trying to keep it. Again, I ain't trying to cut, and I ain't trying to act a fool for y'all good people watching this. So you wouldn't change anything. You would just apply more pressure. I think that's it. That's all, man. Again, man, I want to say I appreciate you for always supporting me, my guy.
Hey, man.
Copping the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Posting it, sharing it. But fuck the book. You've definitely been my guy for a minute. Definitely my guy for a minute. I mean, I might have to put the pause on your brother. That's a whole.
Hey, man.
Man, if he wasn't your brother, you know?
Hey. We gonna pull up on that nigga. He's somewhere around here. I don't know. He probably at work, probably out there with the dog somewhere. I don't know where he is.
I'm gonna call him soon. But see, here we go. He can get ready to start.
Hey, he out there in the woods somewhere. He probably out there getting rained on right now. Probably having a blast.
Hey, where you at, Bubba?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, hold on.
Out there drinking a Michelob.
I might have to call that, man. Hold on. Let me see. Chris, where you at? Oh, Chris Brown.
You know what it is.
Junie B said call Chris Brown.
Yeah. Out there drinking a Michelob.
Yo, what it do, Bob?
Where you at, bro?
I'm at my buddy's house right now.
At my buddy house.
Where that is?
Right around, about 20 minutes away from my house.
Yeah, well, out in the country.
I'm out here with Junie B.
Huh?
I'm out here with Junie B.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, goddamn, what the move?
Michelob Ultra and
Hey, what them scut buds?
Hey yo, see what I mean? Hey yo, this motherfucker, the countryest black man I ever met in my life.
Man.
You ain't got work tonight? You ain't got work tonight?
No, hell no.
You got work tomorrow?
Nope.
I might have to hit you up.
Yeah, we might do
hit
something.
you up.
Cause we leaving back.
Like tomorrow.
What the hell y'all doing? What, you at Junior house right now?
Yeah.
What y'all planning on doing?
I don't know. It's raining cats and dogs right now.
Yeah, y'all just got the storm that just kind of come on top of us.
So it just, what is this? It just stopped?
Yeah, it's completely, is it drizzling out there yet?
It's raining cats and dogs, boy. Ain't no drizzle.
Well, yeah, it's still raining over here.
You out there with the dogs?
No, I was just helping my buddy cut some grass and shit.
My buddy cut some grass.
Alright, man. You on camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit you back.
I'm on camera.
Hey, man, we doing a podcast, and I was calling you, but I'm gonna have to edit some of this out. This goes whole
Yeah, man, why you see that?
Hey, that's the unraw. That's the raw. That's the raw.
I'm raw. That's how we started.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, put that stuff butt in there.
Yo, get off my phone. I'm gonna hit you up, bro.
Alright,
That nigga be tweaking, man.
Yo,
He
man.
be tweaking.
That boy. We out here in the middle of nowhere. Appreciate you, my guy. As usual, good people, be you, be true, let the universe do the rest. My man Junie B, Instagram is
JVNIE_.
JVNIE_. For y'all that play Call of Duty, y'all want to get, dropped off. It's about the same thing, JVNIN. If not, send me a message. I got you.
Yeah.
And I will throw that John in there as well. For the good people that need some cameras, not cameras, but they need some photography, some beats. My man ain't selling them, but he might be able to help you out, especially the photography side of it. and all the good church people around Virginia, hit my man up. He might be able to come to your church and get y'all cameras situated so you can do everything you're supposed to be doing in church. And record it, watch it, play it back.
Yeah. Anything with like a little bit of AV stuff, you know, I do sound and stuff like that. So, you know, I do a little bit, you know. But, you know, I can get you right if you need to. But like I said, man, I don't do a whole lot. I do work all the time. So if I can still help out, I got you.
He got you on a Sunday, man. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one. Be safe and tune into the next episode.